In this podcast series, I will introduce you to the love of data, the exploration of digital tools, the wondrous world of AI, and the way we as planners can find our feet in the new world that surrounds us. Along with my guests, we will explore urban planning and urban design through the lens of the modern tech revolution we find ourselves in. Recent years have been filled with an explosion, a bang, a blast, and a liftoff of the number of tools that the planners and designers have access to. Companies like the GCRO and Esri are forging applications that have the potential to revolutionize the way that we plan and the effectiveness of our planning. Esri alone has an astounding 21 item long product page, each application overflowing with use cases. All of these applications can be thrilling, exhilarating, and oh yes, even daunting to anyone who comes across them. But to us as planners, it goes beyond that. Finally, the way we plan can be expedited, revolutionized, and collectivized with 3D digital twin cities, drone mapping, and as if the ability to integrate every project taking place in a city into one interactive web-based map wasn't exciting. Now we can pair that with AI to simulate populations down to the individual level. It's a very terrifying, transforming, and transmutational time that we live in. Am I too excited? Is there too much? Is this a thing? Is too much excitement? I think I'll let you decide that. Yes, you, my listener. At the end of this podcast series, to which this introduction is so not succinctly introducing you, I implore you to explore the tech space we're in. I will, along with my fellow planners, be exploring the space, but I will also leave links to a myriad of other podcasts, and I'll leave links to videos which show that on this day, this contemporary and modern day, we are standing on the precipice of a great leap beyond that of even the printing press. If that's not exciting, then I don't know what is. So here we will talk about these tools that are available to us already. We will talk about the new possibilities that AI brings to the table, and we will discuss data in the urban planning and design contexts. For this episode, I'll be giving you a short overview of all of these exciting, thrilling, rousing, and powerful technologies. We as planners can and need to make use of these technologies, and we actually have to start planning in the interest of the majority with them. Firstly, as an overview of AI, which has become a bit of a buzzword right now. It's actually a bit overused, kind of led to the magic being lost a little bit. And yes, it is magic, at least to me. I'm no expert in this AI field, but let me try and convey a little bit of my understanding to you. So you may have heard of machine learning and neural nets before. Well, really, they overlap quite a bit, and there isn't much unnatural about them. Machine learning simply describes the way that computers learn just like children do. As kids, we learn what things are and how to recognize them through association. You point at a dog and say that's a dog enough times, and then the child will eventually realize that the four-legged furry friend is a dog. This is how computers learn. We feed it thousands upon thousands of photos of, for example, a dog, and through some pixelation and classification of colors on the computer's part, the machine learns how to identify a dog. Do this enough times, and even fringe results like a three-legged dog or drawings of a dog can come to be recognized. By applying this technology that is significantly harder to execute than it is to describe, we can build a neural net, which is just a machine that has formed pathways to recognize a certain thing, not too dissimilar to neurons. By teaching AIs different things, we can apply them to different applications. So chatbots are really good at conversation, and NVIDIA's Canvas allows us to paint landscapes with only using simple tools. Midjourney lets us make very pretty images from just text inputs. And there are actually infinite applications for AI, and one of the most exciting ones for me in planning is the ability to predict population movements and trends by using location data captured from our phones. But we will delve into this much more, but in a bit later in the following episodes. The second thing I would like to introduce you to are digital twins. So digital twins are the recreation of a city in a 3D virtual environment. So it's the one-to-one of a city, but on 3D. And I think of SketchUp, but with an entire city, and someday even a layer of animation on top of that so you can simulate people moving and cars. This would have colossal ramifications for planning. In the private sector, trying to sell a development to your clients, and you can actually show them what the development's going to look like in real time. Or think of, in the public sector, being able to track all of the developments happening in the entire city live on a digital format. So at the start of this year, I found out about the existence of digital twins, and I must confess that I was excited to delve into them, as I saw them as like this cutting edge of technology. But they actually aren't that new. As a matter of fact, Esri already has a program called ArcGIS Urban, which is a software that is specifically designed for the express purpose of helping planners create these digital twins. So we'll definitely discuss this a bit more later. The third and final concept for this introduction is internet scraping. And with this term comes a bit of a foreboding, some imminent danger, and maybe some innate dread that engulfs me. This is because this process, act, or tool of internet scraping is quite ethically questionable. So internet scraping is the act of, with a couple lines of code, scouring the internet for data. And with this tool, you can, for example, go onto Twitter, and everyone that's used a specific hashtag over a certain time, you can go and collect their names, what they said, contact information if it's available. And this really can all be taken and put into a spreadsheet. You can also use anyone that's used a certain hashtag with photo posted. You can collect the data on all those photos, which have location data, and then you can populate a map with that. So any pictures that anyone posts can be scraped for location data. This extends past Twitter as well. So much like the fire that Prometheus stole for us to his detriment, this tool has the potential to be more than we can handle. The realm of data collection may have already crossed the line, to be honest, but we will talk about that, of course, later. So this last previous point of internet scraping has brought me to the conclusion of this introduction. It is clearly no secret that I am enamored with this potential of these technologies. I have even learned to code so that I can leverage the power of internet scraping and learn a bit more about Esri products. But on a more sober and measured note, I leave you with two things. Firstly, should we as planners really move into using this technology, or is the risk of dehumanizing the people we plan for too great? Where's the line between the technocracy and humanity? And the second and final is a piece from Stephen Fry's book Mythos, where Pandora opened her jar or box. So reading from there now. Illness, violence, deceit, misery, and want had arrived. They would never leave the earth. What Pandora did not know, that when she shut the lid of the jar so hastily, she forever imprisoned inside one last daughter of Nyx. One last little creature was left behind to beat its wings hopelessly in the jar forever. Its name, Elvi, Hope. I read you this piece so that we may ponder the Pandora's box that is this new technology. Is it too late to close the jar, or should we wait and see if hope still comes out?